So good morning and welcome to Breaking Dawn this morning. It is Monday morning. We had a fresh start of the week. It's the fresh week. And this takes us into another long weekend, which will take us into another long weekend, which is good news all around. Okay? We almost did not have a long weekend because Eid was celebrated on Saturday, but they had already committed to the Friday, and they left the Friday and that kind of thing. But boy, that was a close shave, boy, fellas, boy. That was a close shave. All right, so as we get things started this week, we're going to have a few things to talk about. Well, a few good things as well. But we will start, as we say good morning to the regional viewers and everybody watching us internationally. We must acknowledge our regional audience because, I mean, at the end of the day, we will begin our tour very soon. We will be touring, let's see, St. Thomas, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Miami, New York, Antigua, Barbados, Grenada is in negotiations as well. So we have the full tour this year to go on. We will be jumping from one place to the next. All right, so it's going to be a very busy year here on Breaking Dawn. And in the midst of all that, I have Stefan Run to deal with. So those of you getting a registration on, good on you. Remember that you could go into all sports and games nationwide and you could register with cash. Cash registration is open. You will get a promo code. That promo code will take you. You go online, just follow the instructions, and you will be okay. But I'll give you more information on that as we go along. I also have to put that out on the socials as well, that the sports and games registration is open. All right, let's get things cracking inside the headlines this morning. And we get things started with the Hilton. Hilton fallout. Yes, look at the Hilton headline now. Rowley and Mitchell slam the government as concerns grow over possible exit of flagship hotel. So concerns over a possible exit by international hotel chain Hilton have sparked political debate even as industry stakeholders caution against alarm and call for measured engagement. So a Guardian media investigation reported that Hilton has begun steps towards withdrawing from the state-owned property, citing long-standing structural issues. I want to repeat that. Long-standing structural issues. Okay? It's right there in your face, you know. Anyway, delayed capital upgrades. I want to repeat that again. Delayed capital upgrades and financial underperformance. While the exit is not yet finalized, the development has raised fresh questions about the future of one of the country's flagship tourism assets. And here we go. Here comes the former Prime Minister, Keith Rowley, described the situation as predictable, arguing that the issues surrounding the hotel are well known within policy-making circles. And he said, quote, none of this is surprising to anyone in the know, except that the current government does not know how to proceed and, as usual, is trying to mislead the population through the media. Through the media. Okay. He also challenged a key figure cited in the report, saying the cost of required upgrades had been understated, saying that the upgrade that is required is not 600,000 US, as mentioned in the story on Sunday, but 600 million US in upgrades. All right? That would take us in the billions of TT dollars. Right? He added that negotiations during his administration had already reduced that figure and advanced the process towards implementation. We come into all that. Dr. Rowley maintained that a structured plan had been in place before the change in administration. A structured plan. Okay. So, let me just take all the way back to yesterday. I'll read a little bit of yesterday for you. Because that statement is based on the article that came out yesterday, right? And it said that international hotelier Hilton is reportedly preparing to withdraw its brand from the state-owned property after the government failed to undertake extensive capital upgrades estimated to be over 600,000 US, required to maintain the facility to international operating standards according to lease agreements, registered records, procurement documents, union correspondence, and industry analysis reviewed by the media investigations. But the media has been reliably informed that the hotel chain has already begun steps to exit the arrangement that has governed operations at the Port of Spain landmark for more than 2 decades. The development, while not yet finalized, follows a pattern of financial underperformance, delayed capital works, and contractual signals, right? Investigations by Guardian Media show what is emerging is not a sudden decision, but the culmination of structural weaknesses that have been documented for years. The Hilton Trinidad was constructed between 1961 and 1962 as a flagship development under the Eric Williams administration, opening in the same year that the country gained independence, and built on the former Governor General's residence site overlooking the Queen's Park Savannah. The hotel was received as both a symbol of national pride and a critical piece of tourism infrastructure. And the article goes on and on and on. But the point here is I'm trying to figure out where Rowley and them going with this thing. Because I'll tell you what, and then Michelle weighed in on it and said the same thing to me, talking about agreements that were made and certain plans that put in place. And the most interesting comment, I guess, comes from the Tourism Industry Association of Trinidad and Tobago. They are urging a measured approach, because this is the non-political commentary on this now. So their president, Lisa Chandelier, downplayed the immediacy of the situation, noting that upgrades are a routine part of international hotel operations. She went on to say that inventory upgrades are a regular operational component of the Hilton E-Tech partnership. And she said this after reviewing the same report. And she said these matters are best handled through joint internal dialogue. Now, the government of the day is yet to respond. Nobody has gotten any response from either the Minister of Finance, the Minister of Tourism, the Prime Minister, anybody like that. But my point is, you come to jump out now and you want to blame the current administration. But in the report it says, where is that line again? What is emerging is not a sudden decision, but the culmination of structural weaknesses that have been documented for years. Yes, Rowley, for years. And the problem with what you're saying is that you're saying now that before the elections, a plan was put in place and this, that, and the other. Well, a lot of things happen just before an election. A lot of things. Promises are made, contracts are signed, all kind of things that's going, right? But didn't you have 9.5 years to deal with this? These structural problems and everything that the Hilton is bringing up in this report, did you not have 9.5 years? I'll excuse you 2015 and 16. So we will come from 17. You had 17, 18, 19. I will excuse you 20, 21, and 22. You had 23 and 24. So in your 9.5 years, there were 5 years inside of there that this could have been dealt with. After all, you all did spend over $500 billion in your 9.5 years. Over $500 billion. Okay? So all of the problems here that we see in facing the Hilton is a fallout that took place over time. It didn't suddenly happen, and the report is saying so. It is not a sudden decision that is being made. This is something that they have been pondering for a while based on the government dropping the ball, right? And when I say the government, we mean the government. And let me even go back. Who has run the country the most? Let's go back 20, maybe 25 years. Let me say there's a 25. There's a problem that happened over the last 25 years from time to time, and it building up and it building up and it building up, and they reach the brink now that they say, look, we have to consider something here, maybe even exiting because we're not seeing anything going on. So let's just say the last 25 years. That would put us in or around 2001. Yeah? So who was in charge the most between 2001 and 2026? Who had more consecutive terms between 2001 and 2026? If we go back 25 years. So you see where what you're saying in matching up with the actual reality and what the report is saying. The report is saying that there's something, that a problem that happened over the last 2 or 3 years, It's saying years. However, I'm taking a position, the same position that the Trinidad and Tobago, the Tourism Industry Association of Trinidad and Tobago is taking by not going and panicking over this. I think some level of dialogue will take place, and this matter will be sorted out. And if it's not sorted out, then the current administration will have to make a decision as they see fit, right? But I don't think we would want to lose a hotel like the Hilton, that is one of the top hotels, if not, in the world, right? So you don't want to lose that brand, especially when you're trying to improve your tourism sector and you're trying to create, more tourism through, more flights coming in, and once you have more flights coming in, you need more hotel, need more rooms available, things like that. So you don't want to lose a chain like the Hilton, which is, like I said, one of the top hotel brands around the world. Children's Authority says minors detained under state of emergency well protected by law. Now, I'll come back to that. Let me just go through some of the headlines here real quick. Bats raised in farewell to murdered cricketer. Marked police car collides with vehicle driven by another officer, and Grandy man gunned down after preventing a fight at a bar. This was a very interesting one. Fans chant, put up the Kirk Franklin headline for me. Fans chant for more as Kirk Franklin battles time constraints on stage. We have 2 videos on this, but we'll get to that later on because we have Eden Nights this morning as well. All right, so we'll get to that. But I really want to know, what is these promoters really doing? Right? Kirk Franklin, it is reported, took the stage shortly before 9:30 p.m. And at 10 p.m., he was informed you only have 14 more minutes. Right? So wait is all you're booking these entertainers. It makes no sense that you're bringing a man like Kirk Franklin, right? What a catalog of music. Good? He's a 20-time Grammy Award winner. And you're going to bring him for what, 45 minutes? That's not making no sense. That's not making no sense. And when they told him he had 14 minutes, he said, listen, I will pretend like I didn't even hear that. We have the footage, courtesy Guardian Media. We'll show it to you. But that'll be later on. We have some arson attacks. Homes razed and church targeted in suspected arson attack. And below that, former CPEP board members sued over 1.4 billion pre-election contract extensions. Now you see, now remember CPEP take the government to court and lost, So they done lost the first one. And now they are being sued. So we will see what happens here now. Right? For all who saying that the government made the wrong decision, move bad, and pretending now like you don't have corruption in those programs, for all who is pretending like you don't have corruption in those programs, we will see. All right? And then you have the energy briefs. Put up that headline for me. Yeah, Munilal reveals lawyers' fees paid for energy briefs. Now, I saw this. This came across my WhatsApp. It came across in a group, I think it is, about a week ago. So it's a bit interesting to me that the media is now reporting on this. This is like a week old when Munilal released this. Could be a little more than a week, right? Maybe somewhere between 7 and 9 days ago. I saw this. And I know it was legitimate. And you know, I never even come and bring this up. I never even talk about it. I never even come and show it, right? But it's in the paper this morning. You could read about it. Good? Anyway, those are some of the headlines in the paper this morning. We will get back to that in momentarily. All right? As we get things going this morning. I want to highlight some issues on crime this morning. I saw something that was very good in the paper, a very, very good article. I also saw a couple articles speaking towards what I told you last week. I tell you, I don't need experts to tell you, you know. But anyway, but we'll get to that. Let me just take this opportunity very quickly to remind you about Setwayo Laborde, who has the Holistic Health Clinic. Very simple, reverse those diseases rather than manage them. And you can call, set and book an appointment today. You could call him on 279-3935. You could also WhatsApp him on 761-1952. And you're seeing all the diseases there on the screen. Remember, it is drug-free, supplement-free. It is about root cause healing through nutritional therapy. So you could check him out, rebuild your health from the inside out, and you could pick up his book as well. You Are Not Sick, You Are Malnourished. It's at all our RIK bookstores, Amazon. And of course, you could get it through Set when you call him as well. All right, so give him a call today. Also, do not forget Chef Shiraz. I think Chef coming in Friday. I'm not too sure. I'll confirm that with him. Manchester City win the FA, the League Cup, so he might be in a good mood. We have a few things starting here now. This is for March and April, but there is only one course available in March now, and that is the Easter Kids Cooking Classes. And then on April, you have 2 courses taking place, which will include the Food Costing Workshop and the Creative International Cuisine. So you can call Chef and get yourself registered right now, 3724639 or 7375097. Either one of those numbers will get you in contact with Chef, and you can connect with him and organize your business. Also, I want to remind you about Keolic. So the Keolic range of products is backed by science. They have over 900 scientific research and clinical trials. All are made with the aged garlic extract. And we talk in the cleanse and digestion, the blood pressure health, also the cholesterol health, the total heart health, the Keolic circulation health, and the Keo green powder drink mix, as well as the probiotics. If you need any one of these products, you can pick it up at a pharmacy or health store across the country. And for more information, you can always WhatsApp 728-0338. Do not forget Run Stefan Run is definitely on. And as we get ready for Run Stefan Run, I'm telling you this, you know, people are registering very quickly. We're going to reach that 1,000, I think, by the first week in April, if not before. If you are sitting down on your behind and you have not registered on trinbagoevents.com, I do not know what you are waiting on. However, if you don't want to use the online option because you don't want to use your card, you don't have a debit card, or you might not have a credit card, or you just don't want to use it because that's not your thing, you rather pay cash, you can go to Sports and Games outlets nationwide. Sports and Games outlets nationwide. You can walk in, tell them you come to register for Run Stefan Run. They will give you a promo code. You pay them $200. You get your promo code. On the promo code, you will get all the instructions. So those instructions will take you to trinbagoevents.com. And then all you have to do is put in your name, your age, and whatever information is up there, right? Your t-shirt size, of course, whether you are competing or not competing, timed or not timed, that kind of thing. You just fill out that information, and that's it. You enter the promo code. That serves as your payment. So once you enter that promo code and you click the button, that's it. You're registered. Okay? So do not hold on to it. Some people held on to it last year, telling themselves it was a ticket. It is not a ticket. It is a code that you must enter in order to register. Okay? Nice. I want to make that very clear this morning. So we have medals to all participants. You're getting a Run Stefan Run t-shirt. We have a complimentary breakfast that you will get when you get back from the run. We have lots of promotions and giveaways on the day. And of course, we have the largest prize structure of any 5K in the country, starting with $5,000 for first place, all the way down to 10th place. And 10th place, $500. All right? So that is, nobody pays for 10th place. Everybody just pay 1, 2, 3. I just pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if things go well this year, I might extend that to the top 15 runners next year. But that would mean I would have to change up the price structure, and I would have to get commitments from certain people. Okay? And certain sponsors and that kind of thing on board. But nevertheless, we're going to take the first break. When we come back from the break, we will get into the first order of business, take a few calls on that, and then we'll see whatever we could get through before we get to Eid Nights at 7:35. Stay tuned. We'll be back after this.
Let the rhythm inspire you at the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival 2026. Pure Jazz. Tuesday, May 5th, Grammy-winning Esperanza Spalding. Then on Thursday, May 7th, Branford Marcellus Quartet. May 6th, Kingdom Night. Gospel Powerhouse Ty Trebet. Ada AE. Then feel the rhythm at Caribbean Fusion. Friday, May 8th, featuring the original Wailers with Al Anderson. Skip Marley, Cast the Band. Imran Nerdy, Dexter Daps. World Beats, Saturday, May 9th, Afrobeat sensation Thames. Princess Lover, X-Man, Lou City, October 4, and Ella May. The Ultimate Celebration, Sunday, May 10th, featuring the legendary Billy Ocean. Beverly Knight, Mervyn Wilkinson, R&B icons Brandy and Monica. Online tickets available at stluciajazzandartsfestival.com.
Ostomy care is a unique and intimate condition that can seem challenging for individuals afflicted by it. At Better Life Ostomy Care, they understand and offer a wide range of products and services that will allow ostomates to lead a better life. From colostomy and urostomy pouches, paste and powders, antibacterial wipes, Brava strips, deodorants, gloves, gauze, bed liners, and much, much more. They also have RN care available for ostomy home care with affordable starter packages. No need to look for nurse or supply. Everything is just a phone call away. Better Life Ostomy Care is located at number 4 Mosque Street, Caroni. You can call them at 308-6709 or 472-5878 or visit their website at www.betterlifeostomycareTT.com to find out more about their offerings. You can also write to them at betterlifeostomycareTT@gmail.com or find them on Facebook. Better Life Ostomy Care, servicing ostomates with a better quality of life.
Earlier, you see this Lord Kitchener Legacy? Get your tickets now.
On Saturday, April 18th, which is the 104th birthday of Lord Kitchener, come be a part of the Lord Kitchener Legacy at Napa. A musical extravaganza celebrating the works of this grand master with proteges like Chuck Gordon, Terry Lyons, Gypsy, Pink Panther, Anselm Douglas, Young Brother, College Boy Jesse, and a chip off the old block himself, Colonel Roberts. Special guest appearances by the Lydian Singers and Super Padman Dane Gulston.
Backing band, the renowned Vince Rivers and the Soca Unit.
MC Alan the Entertainer. One show only. Saturday, April 18th. Napa. Showtime 6 p.m. Tickets $300 and $250 with a limited amount of early bird tickets now on sale at $15 less. When it done, it done.
Available at islandetickets.com. Crosby's, GAC Electrical, opposite Starlight, Diego Martin Main Road, Jumbo Foods Barataria, All Kenny Sports, Western Union, Tunapuna, All Extra Foods, Supermarket, Athletes by the Park, Palini Drugs, San Fernando. For more info, call 491-1802. The Lord Kitchener's Legacy.
Josia didn't warn you.
Lent is here, and the castle is making fasting easy and tasty. With a fresh catch, seasoned local style, and cooked to golden perfection. Try the fish meal, the fish combo, the fish sandwich combo. Want more fish? Well, the royal fish meal is for you. Or maybe you just want our famous fish sandwich. The delicious Lenten specials are hot and waiting for you at your nearest royal castle.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerators parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supplier of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsayn, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
You will not deny that this is the maddest place on earth, and we go shout from the top of the mountain. This is the greatest place, our great escape, my favorite space, the maddest place on earth. Would you believe me when I tell you? Better you come and take a sample. A little bit is still a lot to handle, but you can find no other example. We really have a different kind of style. The elders did it to me as a child, and this is how we know that we are alive. Vincy people never need to go to start a vibe. It's Vincy time, June and July. You need to fly down to the maddest place on earth. Can't tell no lie.
Cipriani Labor College, get ready for
All right, so we're back on Breaking Dawn this morning, and we want to get things started very quickly. So put up the gated communities to me. Now, it was a long weekend, but I want to focus on crime for a bit, because there were some things that I said last week, and there were some things that I brought up, and I see that one of them has come to fruition, and we're going to deal with that just now. But I just want to build up and connect some dots for you with some articles that were out in the public space over the weekend. So Amin says consultations on gated community policing is ongoing. Now, I want to share that story with you just now. Let me get to that. Now, Minister of Rural Development and Local Government Khadija Amin says consultations are still underway on the government's proposed national policy for gated communities as efforts continue to formalize a framework aimed at strengthening crime prevention measures. All right, now the committee is responsible for examining all the existing laws and bylaws and coming up with a policy that will be a uniform policy that all municipalities, cities, boroughs, and regions can use. Now, the proposed policy, first announced last August, is intended to guide how communities can apply for restricted access to certain areas as a means of deterring criminal activity or addressing fears of crime. Amin clarified, however, that the policy will not grant approval for gated communities outright, nor will it deal directly with policing. All right? According to the Minister, regional corporations already have the authority to restrict access to roads under their jurisdiction. All right? And the policy will instead establish minimum standards and streamline the approval process, ensuring that essential services are not disrupted. Okay? Now, there were some concerns, I think, raised. Let me see. Right. Amin previously maintained that the initiative is part of the government's broader crime-fighting strategy and rejected the opposition claims that such a policy would only benefit wealthy communities, insisting it is designed to support any community seeking to improve its safety. Now, while that is all well and good, and it sounds very, very good, I do not think that gated communities, I don't think that we should move in the direction of, I mean, if people want this for the communities, fine. But I don't think that we should be locking ourselves and confining ourselves to this gated community living because we have a crime situation that apparently we are struggling to get under control, right? So I'm not saying that this is a crime-fighting tool. It isn't being proposed as that. Well, it kind of is, because it says it here, government's broader crime-fighting strategy. But I don't think confining people to gated communities is where we want to be headed. You understand? I think that what people want in this country is to go back to the days where you didn't even need burglar proof or security cameras or electronic, you know, or all these, you know, all these security mechanisms that people have now. I mean, people want to be able to walk out and live freely. Long time people used to leave their house open and go their way, and nobody can come in your house and thief nothing. You understand what I'm saying? And we have to reach to a position where we are not on the back foot. This, to me, now it's the broader crime-fighting strategy. So it's part of a broader plan or initiative. But I'm not understanding what the plan and the initiative is, because we keep calling states of emergencies. Yes? So outside of a state of emergency, we haven't seen or heard from the Commissioner of Police or anybody in the national security apparatus that, listen, this is the strategy. Now, I know they wouldn't say what the strategy is and expose their strategy, but we keep calling SOEs. And the only reason why we could keep calling SOEs is in the absence of a proper anti-crime strategy. So I'm saying, if this is part of a broader crime-fighting strategy, I don't know if this is where we want to be going, because it seems to me that this is another we on the back foot initiative. All right? The other one, let me get the SOE fear factor. Let me get that one. I spoke about this last week. And look, it's in the paper this weekend. So, a deep, deep crisis of civilization, SOEs do not eliminate the fear factor. Now, in this article, two criminologists spoke, Randy C. Prasad and Darius Figuera. And in terms of the fear factor and citizens, Darius Figuera expressed the view that the SOE has limited deterrent effect, particularly in cases driven by emotion or organized crime. He also noted that the fear factor of an SOE primarily affects law-abiding citizens rather than criminals, right? And they also speak to, in this article, I don't want to take the long route by reading every inch of it, I already read the article, where they spoke to exactly what I said last week, that when an SOE becomes the norm, so does crime under an SOE. So, a state of emergency is something you use for specific situations. But if this becomes the norm as a crime fighting tool, then man will just commit crime regardless, because you have lost the fear factor. And you lose the fear factor, or you lose the effects of a state of emergency because it has become common. And that is where you do not want to be. All right? It's the reason why people are so cold as it relates to murders in this country. You could read, people will pick up the papers and see 79 murders, this one murder here, a whole page with murder and mayhem and crime and everything. And then they will go out the road like everything is hunky-dory and live their life. It is because opening the papers on a daily basis and seeing crime or murders, it has become the norm. And because it's become the norm in terms of reading about it, you lose every ounce of emotion that comes with it. So it just becomes a normal thing, and you just go about your life like if it comes like reading the comic book, the comic strip. To be honest, it's become nothing. No concern, no feelings, no nothing towards anything. You know, that happens as it relates to crime. Because it has become a normal thing in Trinidad that is happening. So the fear factor, and he's right, to some extent, there is this fear, and you saw it here with this latest SOE because misinformation was put out there by certain quarters, where you have law-abiding citizens worried more than the criminal elements. That is all the narrative. Not the government there, but the detractors, like the opposition, and they talking about your constitutional rights, they got to take it away, and you ain't got no freedom to do this. And driving fear into the law-abiding citizens rather than carrying the conversation and the narrative in a place that injects fear into the criminal elements. That is where you have to be. And I still waited on the Commissioner of Police to show us something, right? I have to commend the police though, because on the Friday, I was coming from Santa Rosa, and it was after 11 p.m., and they had a exercise on the highway, on the Beetham, and they pull over a few people for speeding, and I don't know what other offenses they may have committed, but that is the hour you really had to do that kind of thing. You understand? Especially on a holiday, right? So I had to commend the police for that, because when I wasn't even looking for that. You understand what I'm saying? And where they were on the side of the road, I'm telling you, I didn't even make them out until I was right up on them. And then just a little way down the road, they were just stopping the cars, and everybody that they get a picture of who was over the 100 meters, they say, come to the left, come to the left, come to the left. So they had an exercise going on there, right? So traffic branch, big up yourself, your whole self. Now, as I say all of that about crime, I mentioned Rennie Cummins. Remember I mentioned Rennie Cummins, fellas? Remember I said, but we have people like Rennie Cummins who having seminars and talking to people all over the world about crime and so on and so forth. Okay. So Rennie Cummins was in the paper this weekend as well. Let me get you what she had to say. All right. That was in the... Unfortunately, there was no story on it. Right? In terms of, I couldn't Google a story. I had to get it directly from the papers. So that would have been, where am I? That's Saturday. Or got to be Sunday then. It would have to be in Sunday papers. I think it was in Sunday. Was it in Sunday? What trouble is this way? Or was it the Express? Was that an Express article? I think that was an Express article. Let's know. Let me get to the Express. Yeah, I think that was the Sunday Express. All right, let me just get to that real quick here and read that article for you all, because that article is actually a really, really good read. All right, here it is. I know it was either the Guardian or Express. Right, so criminologist Renee Cummings is urging a fundamental rethink of crime-fighting strategies in Trinidad and Tobago, warning that repeated states of emergencies have lost their impact while violent crime continues unchecked. In a social media post on Friday, Cummings argued that the frequent use of emergency measures has diminished their significance, describing the declarations as increasingly routine and ineffective in deterring criminal activity. Her comments come against a backdrop of ongoing concerns about rising violence, with murders continuing unabated despite heightened security measures. Cummings stressed that addressing homicide and violent crime cannot be treated solely as a policing issue, but must be approached as a national priority requiring broad participation, saying it is a national imperative calling for the involvement of communities, civil society, and public institutions in developing and implementing crime reduction strategies. Have I not told you all this? I am not a criminologist, but I have said these things. So look, I'm reading it from a renowned criminologist. Everything that I tell all you last week, she said this week. Watch. She also highlighted the need for greater coordination within the justice system, describing it as an integrated ecosystem in which courts, law enforcement, corrections, and community organizations must operate in alignment. According to Cummings, fragmented approaches weaken the overall response to crime, while coordinated systems can ensure more effective and sustained interventions. Did I not say that last week? You have the police have to do the policing. You have the justice system that is a total mess with a backlog of matters and so on and so forth. And these things are connected, and we have to connect these things and make sure that we have one fluid system where everything is running smoothly. Anyway, central to her argument is the need to shift law enforcement from a reactive posture to a proactive one. She noted criminal networks often anticipate opportunities and exploit systemic weaknesses, while authorities tend to respond only after crimes have been committed. To address this imbalance, Cummings proposed what she termed anticipatory justice, a model that combines intelligence, data analysis, and human judgment to prevent violence before it occurs. This approach, she explained, would allow authorities to identify patterns, map criminal networks, and deploy resources more strategically, disrupting cycles of violence at an earlier stage. However, she cautioned that data-driven strategies alone are insufficient without public trust and community engagement. Where have you all heard that before? Anybody in the back? I tell you. Cummings emphasized that effective crime reduction requires transparency, accountability, and inclusive policy making, with communities actively involved in shaping public safety strategies. Reducing homicide is not simply a matter of enforcement. It is a function of coordination, foresight, and collective responsibility. It requires systems that are not only responsive, but anticipatory, capable of earlier intervention, smarter disruption, and preventing violence before it escalates, Cummings said. Now, according to Wayne Sturge and what he said about Dana Sita-Hall and that situation, proactive policing already exists. Because if the police, as Sturge said, was intercepting information as it relates to Dana Sita-Hall, and they knew, based on those intercepts, what would occur. And he even went so far to say, as Dana Sital even knew that her life was in danger, then proactive policing is here. It exists. So the question we have to ask is, what is stopping it from being effective? Because obviously it is here, according to Sturge. So what is the problem? Right? Because it seems like we have little elements of that inside of there. But hold on, the news gets better. And the news gets better through an article that you would have read, or some of you may not have read, yesterday. But this speaks, I made a call for this, and I see my call has been answered. So amen for that. Put up the parole for me. Parliament to consider parole legislation, says Minister. Now, it is somewhat disappointing and ridiculous that in Trinidad and Tobago, we have no legislation that speaks to parole. You knew that, fellas? I always thought man could get a parole and thing based on, parole is based, of course, on behavioral patterns, certain, changes in behavior, different programs that a prisoner might participate in depending on the type of crime they have committed. There's a committee that you go before when you're recommended for parole that puts, they assess you, they put you back out, right? So you get your sentence reduced, things like that, right? So Minister of Justice Devesh Maharaj says legislation to introduce a parole system in Trinidad and Tobago will soon be laid in Parliament as part of a broader effort to reform the criminal justice system and reduce delays. Did I not speak to all of these issues with the delays in the court and the backlog of cases? I spoke to all of that last week. Somebody listening. Maharaj said a parole bill is amongst a suite of measures being prepared to improve efficiency and access to justice. He said there's a parole act which we bring into Parliament shortly to introduce parole to the criminal justice system. He added that the legislation will come alongside amendments to the Probation Act, the introduction of a victims' rights bill, and proposed constitutional changes to strengthen the right to a trial within a reasonable time. So no longer will men be sitting on remand yard for 10 years and didn't see a courthouse yet. He said we are bringing certain amendments to the Constitution for the right of reasonable trial, a quick trial, the right of the accused to a trial within a reasonable time. The minister said the legislative push is being supported by operational changes aimed at reducing long-standing backlogs in the system. He said we are working very closely with the judiciary itself to ensure that we have functional courtrooms. We are working with the Forensic Science Center to clear backlogs to ensure that criminal trials proceed quickly. These are the things that have to happen. Maharaj said additional resources have already been deployed to address delays in forensic testing. We have had a huge backlog in our autopsy, autopsy reports. We have had we have added 6 persons to the DNA lab to clear that backlog as well. He said the overall goal is to make justice more efficient and accessible. The move follows earlier efforts to introduce parole-type mechanisms. In 2012, then Justice Minister Herbert Volney called for a parole system managed by a parole board and an early release program for certain categories of offenders. And of course, during a 2011 parliamentary debate on electronic monitoring, Volney argued that the existing pardon system was too rigid, forcing a choice between full incarceration and absolute freedom. He proposed a conditional framework that would allow supervised release with maintaining oversight. And then it goes into criminologist Dr. Randy C. Prasad said a properly structured parole system could significantly reduce the financial burden on the prison system and so on and so forth. All right? So, we have here, and I just wanted to frame the whole conversation proper, because we're going to take the break and come back with phone calls right up to 7:35. But while I understand the gated community aspect of things, I do not believe that that is a crime-fighting strategy, right? I don't think it should be proposed or perceived as that, right? I know that gated communities bring a certain level of safety, security, and comfort. But look, there was a home invasion at a home in a gated community recently. And when the police pull up by the gate, now the security guard, stopped the police from entering. And the men and them went in, robbed the people and jumped a wall and gone through a river or whatever the case is. But that is one in, that is one out of one. But I understand that, people want a little more safety and security, but I do not think that as a society, that should be our mindset. Let me lock myself up in a gated community because it had too much crime outside. I think we need to eliminate the threats, and people should be able to move freely and live freely. However, if it's a consultation that's taking place as it relates to the laws surrounding that, and any adjustments that could be made to the laws in terms of people applying or communities applying to become a gated community, that's the preference of the community, no problem. Right? The SOE, like I said last week, I do not believe that we're going to have an effect as we had in the first SOE. I do not think those numbers are going to drop unless the government takes a stern approach during this state of emergency. It can't be like the first one. Right? You had to up the tension, you had to up it. You had to turn up that volume. Otherwise, you're not going to be effective. And I think proactive policing is something that is definitely needed, but it is something that is already here. And this parole legislation, I think, will open the door to assist in prison reform, because we have no proper reform programs, to my knowledge. We may have existing things, but how effective are they? I do not know. And it doesn't look like it's effective because the prison is a revolving door. Same set of people that's going in and out, right? Some in longer than others. But I do think that a parole system, if implemented the correct way, will have some effect on the crime situation in Trinidad and Tobago. So I think that's a step in a good direction, especially if we're going to be dealing with those delays in the court and that backlog. So whatever legislation they bring in to address that, to clear that backlog, that is welcome. And the right to a trial within a reasonable time frame, like I said, is going to remove a lot of people from sitting down in remand for 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 years, and the matter ain't emerged yet. That is ridiculous, because they have not been proven to be either innocent or guilty. So to have that man locked up for that period of time, and they can't get it, we had to move past that. We live in a very primitive system, and we need to make adjustments to that system. And why a parole legislation is now coming to the parliament after so long? We're in 2026, right? Anyway, as we go to the break, let me just remind you that Jameson, we want to remind you to boost your immune system with Jameson Immunity Products to fight off the seasonal sniffles. They have the cold fighter with echinacea. They have the vitamin C chews with the honey lemon flavor. And for additional support, they also have that delicious vitamin D3 chew, the vitamin D3 chews and the ultra strength zinc. So chew, fight, and feel amazing with Jameson trusted vitamins and minerals. We take the break. When we come back from the break, we're going to go straight to the phone lines and get your thoughts. And then we have Eat Nights coming up at 7:35. So sorry I took up the first over there, but I had to put all the information. It's a long weekend we're coming off for. Stay tuned. We'll be back after this.
This year, we gather again for Jazz in Red. One stage, one unforgettable night on April 5th at the Cipriani College in Valsayn, featuring sax appeal from Detroit, international jazz vocalist Ashley Pizzotti, Juné, Devon Stewart, Natasha Joseph, Johan Chakari, Dane Galston, Chrison Joseph, the I Am Jazz Orchestra, and the powerful sound of Freetown Collective. Because at the I Am Jazz Festival, music is not just entertainment. It is our love language. It's a love affair.
Ostomy care is a unique and intimate condition that can seem challenging for individuals afflicted by it. At Better Life Ostomy Care, they understand and offer a wide range of products and services that will allow ostomates to lead a better life. From colostomy and urostomy pouches, paste and powders, antibacterial wipes, Brava strips, deodorants, gloves, gauze, bed liners, and much, much more. They also have RN care available for ostomy home care with affordable starter packages. No need to look for nurse or supply, everything is just a phone call away. Better Life Ostomy Care is located at number 4 Mosque Street, Caroni. You can call them at 308-6709 or 472-5878 or visit their website at www.betterlifeostomycareTT.com to find out more about their offerings. You can also write to them at betterlifeostomycarettt@gmail.com or find them on Facebook. Better Life Ostomy Care, servicing ostomates with a better quality of life.
Are you living with pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes? Manage it with the unique Jameson 100% complete multivitamin with 400 micrograms of chromium to lower blood glucose, lutein for your eyes, B vitamins for energy, vitamin C and lycopene for antioxidant support. Take a step towards a healthier tomorrow and make the proactive switch to Jameson today.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
If you want to be a better chef at home or advance your professional career,
Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy is the best place to be.
Some of the courses that we offer here at the Academy: Creative National Cuisine 1 and 2, Baking and Pastry 1 and 2, Kids Summer Cooking Classes, one-day classes at the workshop. We have Asian cooking classes and certificate in culinary arts, food lovers and professionals.
Start your culinary journey today with us at the Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy.
Why just manage disease when you can reverse it? At Setwaya's Holistic Health Clinic, we don't just mask symptoms, we focus on reversing illness naturally. Imagine freedom from medications and the cycle of dependence. Our approach dives deep into uncovering root causes without herbs, tonics, or medications. From diabetes and heart disease to mental health, obesity, and more, our personalized care is transforming lives. Ready to begin? Book your consultation today, either in our San Fernando office or online. Call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Your health journey starts now at Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic, where transformation is within reach.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson, provide consultation services in areas of diabetes detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Twin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE, that is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Now, due to phenomenal public demand, Scandal in Cedrus now comes to Cipriani College for 2 nights only. Saturday the 28th of March at 8:30 p.m. and Sunday the 29th at 6:30 p.m. This is theater at its finest and funniest. Don't miss it. Box office opens at Cipriani College on Monday the 23rd of March, 12 noon to 6 p.m. daily. Tickets available now at usual outlets and online. Scandal in Cedrus, Cipriani College. We come in.
Scandal in Cedrus.
All right, folks, so we were talking about the crime situation and some of the things some of the conversations that took place over the weekend. We want to get your thoughts on it because, I mean, we're in this state of emergency and I really, really want to see the place back to some level of normalcy. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, morning.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Up to this time, how got people who inside get the serving, they have to serve, they tell you they have to serve concurrently, and then you hear they come out in 5 years' time, and how all that working? Is that not part of is that part of parole system?
No. The parole system is a new system they're looking to implement. So what you're talking about here, you're talking about when they detain somebody and when they imprison somebody. You put them in the remand yard section and they sit down there for 10 years. And let me say they lose the matter and they get 15 years, they only serve 5. Because you would have considered 10 years already served, right? That's what you're talking about. The parole system
we never had a situation where a man get 25 years and he went in the prison, right? Because I think I see these things already when this guy was vision and mission. I see these things already where men came out of the prison of serving time, not remand. Me talking about remand yard. I talking about serving prison time.
Okay.
So I don't know. Maybe you might look into that. But
I could check up on it.
Question. Yes, I have a question. Do we not have where you're 3 strikes and you're out? You come in jail, you make jail already, you serve time, you get charged for X, Y, and Z. You do something else a second time again. And then you come now and you do it a third time, 3 strikes and you're out. Right. And you're gone for 25 years minimum. Right? And I would like to understand and know, apart from that, where are they going? Because a lot of guys who come out of prison, the first thing or the only thing or one of the things that they could do is drive a taxi, pull bull. And a lot of them just go to look for a taxi badge. And they can't go because they need a certificate of character.
Certificate of character and things like that, yeah.
And I think if they're going to get a taxi badge, they ought to be. I ain't saying they shouldn't get a negative certificate of character, you know, but they should be able to get the taxi badge.
Okay.
Have a pleasant morning.
No problem, man. Yeah, I think there are a lot of things that need to be adjusted in the system for people who are coming. All right, so you get parole and you come back out into society. One of the problems that you may encounter with that system is that when you come out when you come out on parole, where do you go? What do you do? Where do you get a job? You can't, because if in the absence of those things, certain support structures, they're just going to end up back into the same environment and possibly back into the prison. So it's an entire system that has to be created. Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, man.
The problem in Trinidad is poor policing. Simple and easy as that. You have a state of emergency which levels the playing field and gives the police more authority to go after criminals. It doesn't affect people who are not involved in crime.
Right.
So we have a situation here where things are supposed to be like normal, except that the police now has more teeth. The playing field has been leveled. But the problem is poor policing. When you call, there's no rapid response. There's no going after people. There's no CCTV cameras to show you where they are, where they're located. There's no guarding of proper evidence to secure a conviction. So the police service in the country is bad. In the schools, they already teach you how to have respect for those in authority. And children grow up that way. Parents teach you these things at home. The churches teach you these things. But the police and the people who actually go there to ensure law and order is not effective. And until we don't get it going, things will be different. In England, there are over 6 million CCTV cameras. And when they go there, when MI5 coming after you, people scared. Like, so we don't have no squad that comes after you, that comes to look for you and find you. We have a canine unit. You ever hear a dog run down anybody in Trinidad? We whining dogs as what? Glorified what? Give me the food instead. So what we really doing, we wasting time. We are doing that, and all of these criminals will cover this and that. Things that has already been said over and over that everybody knows. The problem is policing. When we get that under control and properly done, everything will be normal again. You have a good man.
All right, no problem. There was another issue that I could tie into that. It had to do with the preventative detention order against a 16-year-old boy that was in the news last week. And some people comment, the criminologists and stuff put in their comments. I'll share that briefly with you in a little bit. Hello, good morning. Morning.
One of the things that Rene Cummings mentioned was collective responsibility. And you see, I always say that Gerald Hines is, if not the worst minister of national security. He riding there, he riding high, right? That's one of the things I always say, because the opposition, when you're in opposition, people must listen to opposition. I listened to the opposition for 9 years, right? Basil Pandey was one of the best opposition leaders. I learned a lot from him, right? There isn't the opposition that, if it is your do back up a particular party, if you listen to the opposition, you might learn some things if you're objective. Keeping the pressure on the Minister of National Security and the government at hand, because the police have their role and function.
Well, that would be Homeland. That would be,
understand-
hold on, that would be Homeland Security now, eh? Remember, it's
Of
two
course,
ministries.
yes.
It's defense and Homeland.
course.
But if you're looking at crime,
of course,
in terms of murders and that kind of thing, that would fall under Homeland Security. So that'd be Alexander.
Yes, yes. And keeping the pressure there, because we, as a population, and this is what we understood, that the police have their role and function, but ultimately, who is responsible for Homeland Security, if you want to say that, and the security of the country? It is the government at hand via the minister, the line minister. And I'm seeing a drive to put that responsibility square on the police, and collective responsibility includes the police, but it does not lay on the foot of the police to say, you are the person. I didn't vote for Guevara. People didn't vote for him. People voted for a government first, a minister after, and I agree that yes, this is the minister who set policies. And I don't know the gated community thing. I agree with you with that, but at least they're not blaming. At least the Jami not blaming the past administration. One of the it's not a good policy to keep blaming the last government in power. That is not a good policy. SOEs is going to be like a placebo. That going and get that. If they keep calling SOEs how we doing it here, okay, the criminal element will just operate with a SOE. No big deal.
That's what I'm basically saying. It's going to become common practice. So, yeah.
It has become. It already has become. Imagine a man run across the road, shoot a contractor down the road, which I know the man. I know the man to be all right for. And there's no block, so there's no police up the road, so there's no fear for him. So when you look at it, we're not SOE. On the road, there's nobody here to block me. There's nobody to call and say, a man run up the road, shoot a man. We're not SOE here, you know. A man lost, a police officer lost a vehicle, I heard over the media. He lost his vehicle in the station, so there's no sentry. We're not SOE. We really not SOE.
Well,
so,
all right, I get your point.
This is the point. Thank you for hearing me. The blame has to go straight on the government and the minister. Thank you.
All right, no problem. Morning. Yeah, morning. Go ahead.
Morning, Stefan.
Yep.
Stefan, this is the problem we have in this country. When we have, like this caller, I'm not against you. But when he come with this kind of thing about this PNM and this guy, it appears I come in bold and frank. I tell him as it is. He look like he's a real stunt PNM. You understand me?
But that's another thing. But if he is that's neither here or there.
Yeah, because that's what I'm going to tell you now. That is two things that's destroying this country. Is that caller before who talk about police? It's the policemen and the PNM. Because if we have 100 policemen in the force, 50 is PNM and they don't care about who doing the work. You understand what I'm telling you? And this is the problem, is the PNM. Once we get rid of the PNM in this country and bring them along like now, Trinidad and Tobago will fall in a good hands. Have a nice day.
All right, no problem. Well, I mean, look, you got to give everybody I agree with some of the things that he said. Morning.
Stefan, I can't, I'm not looking at your, I just calling because I was watching you on Facebook. So I don't know what is, you're also talking about the parole?
Yeah. Well, the parole legislation will be introduced.
No, you know, I like to keep on whatever topic you're talking about. With regard to that, that's a good idea, but people know what they're not supposed to do to go inside remand yard or wherever. They know what they are supposed to do. But people, like I just asked my daughter if that is an extra lane because I on the highway and people flying down the shoulder like, you know, like they're on the high, like they're in a lane, you know. So I asked her if that is a lane as well. You know, people just don't know to obey the rules and the law. But I will tell you, you know, you're saying that, oh, they're listening to you. They're listening to you. I listening to you. Plenty of people listening to you. But is who going to do the right thing?
Well,
you know, and I get all my information from you, from watching this show. I don't watch news and read papers and them kind of thing again, you know.
All right.
I get all my information from you. So, you know, and what I have said this before, cut down a tree in Woodford Square and start chopping off people's neck, and you'll see how the crime will go down. You wouldn't need extra police. How much more police they want? Okay, I gone.
I hear you. Well, you know, for that, I mean, it's nothing is stopping hangings. The problem is the delays in the matters and the amount of appeals and how they drag it on past the stipulated time frame. So, hello, good morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. Stephan.
Yeah, morning.
Mr. Stephan, what concurrently means when they give you 10 years and the judge say, well, it will run concurrently, it simply means that you'll be making 9 months instead of 12 months in
instead
the
of 12,
end,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, so because at that 9 months will be checking like a year, you will come out before time because you're making it 12.
Right.
That's what it means. Right. So, Mr. Stephan, the other thing is not the government to secure the people, is the police how to secure you. When the government will bring legislation that the police have to carry out, but security in your country, as what people are blaming the government, it's not the government fault. It is up to the police and the police alone to carry out whatever the government bring forward. As legislation, they go through the parliament and the senate, and it come, then the police to see about it. Just like when we driving on the road, it's the police to see about the laws that the government brings. So you can't blame the government.
Right.
It is the police have to do their work as the man say. And if the police not doing the work, you will have problem. The other thing on SOE, if the government implement our SOE and they never even tell we they implement our SOE, we wouldn't even know. Because you know why? We going on normal. This SOE have no kind of thing on me, just like it have nothing on the criminal.
Right.
It's only when they have a curfew, it will affect you.
Right. But do you
understand,
not?
Mr. Stephan?
Yeah. Okay. No problem. Yeah. But do you not think that is part of the problem? It's because everything that's going on like normal. You understand what I'm saying? So even crime is going on like normal. So that's my point. It's just like what the caller has said there. If they didn't announce it, so you would not know because everything going on like normal. And that's the problem. Everything is going on like normal. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Stefan.
Yes, I.
What I can say is that what we don't realize is that even first world countries have states of emergencies, but they don't call it that. But they have laws just like states of emergencies. In other words, if you're in Canada and they say a bar is closing at 1 a.m., all bars have to close at 1 a.m. So everybody have to abide by that. If you are in the United States and you have gated communities, everybody know that's a gated community. It's not a lockdown community. It's a safety where you probably have a decal for your car so that when you drive up, the gate will raise up and you're driving. So, so there are many things that are, not said state of emergency, but you have to abide by the rules of the country. So even in Singapore, they say no big haircut, hippie haircut. You have to cut your hair. They have 1,000 barbershops at the airport. And if you don't cut your hair, they cut off your hair. You have to, if not, you go on the first plane back to where you come from. So that's my contention, is that every country have laws, and I mean, it was on states of emergencies, Okay?
All right.
Bye-bye.
No problem. I'll take this one here. Hello, good morning.
Stefan, good morning.
Morning, my dear.
Steph, first thing I'd like to say is
I hope you allow me the same amount of time that you do certain callers, eh?
All right.
Number one. But it's
I do. It have certain mornings I will cut people short because of time constraints, but go ahead. I didn't really mention any time constraint this morning, but go ahead.
Yeah. In terms of blaming the government for the crime situation, if that is the angle that we're looking at, what would have taken place in the 9.5 years previous to April 2025? If that is the mindset we are working with,
right,
then the last administration would have failed catastrophically.
Yes.
Right? Because we had some of the highest murder rates in the country under their tenure.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with Trinidad and Tobago is we are a lawless society, right? We know all what we're supposed to do when we go in other people's country, but in ours, we do what we want. Right, Stefan? At the end of the day, jail is supposed to be a deterrent. It is not supposed to be a 5-star resort where you get ham, lamb, and jam. Right? And I am totally against, as a law-abiding citizen, putting things in place to make criminals comfortable. Jail is supposed to be somewhere you don't want to go. Right? That is why when you watch television, you would see the American system have where they put young people in jail for them to get an idea, those who don't behave and their parents can control them, to get an idea of what it's really like if they do get in there, as a deterrent. Right? We want to blame everybody for our problems, but we have a situation where nobody is playing their role. Parents not playing their roles, teachers not playing their roles, the police not playing their roles, the judiciary isn't playing their roles. Right? So the government could only implement legislation. That's all they could do. They cannot come out and actually do the footwork that other people are supposed to do. Right? And I think if we start looking at things in a holistic way and not looking at as a PNM till are dead and as a UNC government in power and nitpicking at everything and vice versa, then we will start to get somewhere in this country, but that blinds us and it keeps us back. Thanks, Steph. That's my contribution.
All right, thanks a lot. Murder rates over the last, let's say, from 2014 to 2024, 403, 420. Then in 2016, it went 462. 2017, 495. 2018, 517. 2019, 536. It went down in 2020 to 393. In 2021, it went up to 448. In 2022, it skyrocketed to 599. And then in 2023, it was at 577 until we saw that 625 figure at the end of 2024 as relates to the murders. Right? I'm going to just take this call here real quick. I'm going to take, oh God, what do? Right, yeah. Hello, morning. And then I'll share that article with the minor that was served the preventative order. Morning.
Yes, sir, for morning.
Yes, I.
Yeah, the woman who called earlier on, she hit the nail on the head. People's talking about what the government should do, what the police should do, but they're talking about what they as parents are supposed to do. Now, if you can police your children from young, before they reach a certain age, then you expect teachers to do it, police to do it, and the government to do it. No, it don't work so. You train the children from young to be respectful of the law, respectful of the elders, do what they have to do. But no, some people, how much children you know under the age of 18 these days, linemen on the block? You're not supposed to be on the block. You're supposed to be home beating your books. You understand? I remember when Gladiator was alive, I listened to Gladiator radio program, and this old lady called to say that a young boy she knows as a baby robbed her. And she see the child mother with the handbag that he take from her. And when she complained to the mother want to fight with the woman and beat the woman. That alone goes to show the kind of parents that have now. But at the end of the day, always study the politicians and study the police and what them should do. And I study what all they're supposed to do. And when hot lead hit all the children, all they want to come out and complain now.
Okay. All right. Just somehow coming back to the phone line. The preventative detention order that was served on the 16-year-old, I think Samaru was his last name, right? There was this article in the paper over the weekend where the cops hunt for 17 suspects, 2 of whom are women, 3 Venezuelans. They gave some statistics as to the amount of people detained. But it's interesting because one of the criminologists, I think it's Figueroa again, he warned that if the approach continues, the age of those being detained could shift further downward. So he was talking about, well, you know, if you're detaining 16-year-olds now under preventative detention order, and it becomes the norm, it could shift to us detaining younger and younger people. My simple point to that is, if you have a 14-year-old and you have a gun, what are you doing with that gun? What are you doing with that gun? So, because he's 14 and somebody put a gun in his hand, and he goes out and he uses that gun in a robbery, or he possibly, God forbid, kills somebody with that firearm, and he is a murderer, what are we supposed to do? Nothing? What are we supposed to do? So if they come in for you, it's like if that preventative detention order and all this talk about using it and detaining minors and so on and so forth, it is minors committing crime. It's 15 and 16 and 17-year-olds. So what do you expect them to do? That is why the gangs, you see that same narrative? No, that same narrative that the criminologists and the experts and all of these people want to use, that is the same reason why the gangs has recruit 15, 16, 14-year-olds. That is why they just recruit minors. Because when they go out and they commit a crime as a minor, they're going to be tried as a minor. That is why they recruit them. And here we are playing that game. Well, he's a minor. Well, if he's a minor, what he doing in a supermarket, putting a gun to people's head and saying, lie down on the ground, I come to rob? What are you doing? You're trying to tell me that as a 16-year-old, he don't have the presence of mind to know that what he's doing is wrong and illegal? Tisk. Come on, let me get real. It is minors committing crime. Morning.
Morning. That is why one of the laws passed about the age for consent, because I'm not making no excuses for them. That is why for the age of consent is 18, an adult.
Right.
Now a gang leader could persuade and brainwash a 16-year-old, a 15-year-old. We don't know what the gang leader or the gangsters have to them. Supposing he have a mother, a brother, a sister, a younger ones, and they brainwash him and let him know, hey, if you don't do so and so, or if you do so and so, you have a mother, but you can't do that with a 21-year-old.
Who says so?
Right? But but listen what I'm saying. It's easier. It's much easier with a 15-year-old or a 16-year-old to convince them and to put a pair of Jordans on the foot, right? And to let them know you have the back. Nobody can advantage you now. You have the power.
Okay.
So all that is brainwash.
Okay.
Now, when it had
When
the genocides, when it had the genocides in those African countries, and they was chopping up people and killing people and things. You know, they jailed them, but after a while they released them, because at the time when they entered into the situation, they were brainwashed, politically brainwashed, and then they commit those crimes. So they released them. Okay. They released them on those mental conditions. They talk to the psychiatrists and this and that, and they release them. But I'm not making no excuse for them.
No, I understand what you're saying. I understand where you're coming from.
Again, as parents, So the parents had to deal with if your child seeing things. I just say I have a saying, people think don't bother me. And you have to grow your child with that mindset that the commandment tell you, do not covet thy neighbor's goods.
Right.
So they have to know it have a balance. Right.
Oh, okay. Thanks, man. I'll see if I can squeeze two more before I go to the break. Okay. On that point, right? I'll make the point after. Morning. I'm going to take two calls. Morning. Hello, morning.
Yeah, morning. Morning. Step one, some of these callers are not getting it right, you know. They're not getting it right. I said to our youths putting down work, we had to treat them like how we're supposed to treat them. Put them away. We had to put them away. You know, it's no more excuse because I fed up. I cleaned this place out of hand, you know.
Right.
People still coming on the TV and talking about youths and minors and things, and them who are the place under siege. Look,
exactly.
They better wake up and spend the coffee. Step when you have a nice day.
All right. Yeah, man. Let me see if I can squeeze one more. Final caller. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, man.
Hello, morning. Yeah, morning. Morning.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, morning.
Yeah, morning. Go ahead. Listen on your phone.
Yeah, I'm trying to get on to Stefan, who is there?
Yeah, you're speaking, breaking on. You're live.
All right. Something I just want to bring to your attention when you talk about the backlog of cases in the judiciary system. Does these judges and them, is there evaluation, performance evaluation for judges and things that the minister have to see himself ensure that happen? Because we don't know how political judges can be. Right? And causing the backlog to take place. Because sometimes I went to court a couple of times and you only hear the judges and he putting off case. But is anybody checks and balances to know the reasoning behind it? Anything like that?
Okay. All right. I will get somebody to speak to that. But usually it's because, but it's nothing to do with anything politically. It's to do with the law. The law has loopholes. The law allows for certain things, certain appeals, X amount of appeals, all the way up to Privy Council, things like that. So there are a lot of things inside of there that I can't explain right now. But I could have somebody on to deal with it.
Ensure that happen because we
all right.
Political judges can be.
Hello.
Right, and causing the backlog to take place.
Oh gosh, you listen on the TV and listen on the phone. All right. All right, quick one. This man usually quick. Hello, good morning.
A very, very good morning to you, Stefan.
Yeah, man.
All I have to say this morning is half of the criminals is in uniform. All the best.
I will end right there. Okay, so just a few things very quickly because we're 25 minutes away from the hour of 8 o'clock and I want to finish as close to time as possible. On that issue of brainwashing, the reason why I disagree, and you made your point here because you spoke about politically brainwashed, right? And that was the point I was coming to. Big hardback people out here, adults, get brainwashed every day. You understand? We get brainwashed into preferring one type of fried chicken over the next. Alive, fellas? We get brainwashed into, into what? I hear you. We have certain lifestyles and all kind of thing too, right? We have people out here that they're working for X amount of money, but they want to live beyond the means because they want to look a particular way and think up because that's how they're being influenced within their circle and that kind of thing, and they want to keep up with people and they're running themselves into debt and all kind of thing. There are many different little aspects of it, right? But people have been politically brainwashed, and they have been adults. And I don't want to make this the conversation, but let us not forget, a man stand up in Parliament and read out a whole set of email called Emailgate, And a significant amount of people in the country believed it. And when the investigations took place and they said the emails don't exist, people still believed it. There are people today that still believe it. And those are adults. Those aren't 16-year-olds. So I believe that an 18-year-old, a 19-year-old, a 25-year-old could be brainwashed just as easily as a 16-year-old. You understand? Especially if they are coming from the same circumstances or environment. Right? It's a bit different when you're a little older than when you're 16. In terms of your wants and your needs and your desires and things like that. Right? As you get older, those wants and needs and desires, they change. What changes as well as your approach to life. Right? However, it doesn't mean that you can't be influenced. We have people all on social media called influencers. That influencing people by simply scrolling through the Instagram or the TikTok and they're telling them, oh God, we have people who sit on every carnival. Carnival bands now just use influencers to do bag reveals and look where you're getting the bag and influence people into playing with our band next year. Alright? It's all over. We have advertising agencies that exist for a particular reason. To sell. You understand? It is no different to a gang leader selling a certain lifestyle to a 16, a 17, a 15, or 18-year-old. There is no difference. It's marketing. It is marketing. Now, there is a scientific approach to this. It will tell you that at 16-year-old, your brain didn't develop properly yet and all kind of thing, as when it developed at the age of 20 and whatever, whatnot. But the caller mentioned it, the same caller mentioned it. It comes back to what you learned at your home. Because he said, people think don't bother me. You understand? In other words, he sees somebody with something, it doesn't mean that he have to get it, or he have to want it, or he have to rob the person. That is that person thing, he going about his business, he's looking for your own. Because he knows that robbing that man wrong. And he could get locked up, and he don't want to go to no jail. So what's the difference between him understanding that and a 16-year-old not understanding it? But rather taking up a gun and going and do the bidding of the gang leader. See where that they brought up? Or lack of brought up, see, to a great extent. But I don't have enough time to go into more. So we will take the break, and when we come back from the break, we'll have Eat Nights with us. It's Monday morning, it's breaking dawn, and we're having a very, very constructive conversation this morning. Great, man. Good way to start the week. Stay tuned. We'll be back after this.
Let the rhythm inspire you at the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival 2026. Pure Jazz. Tuesday, May 5th, Grammy-winning Esperanza Spalding. Then on Thursday, May 7th, Branford Marcellus Quartet. May 6th, Kingdom Night, Gospel Powerhouse Thai Trebet. Ada AE. Then feel the rhythm at Caribbean Fusion. Friday, May 8th, featuring the original Wailers with Al Anderson. Skip Marley, Cast the Band. Imran Nerdy, Dexter Daps. World Beats, Saturday, May 9th, Afrobeat sensation Thames. Princess Lover, X-Man, Lou City, October 4, and Ella May. The Ultimate Celebration, Sunday, May 10th, featuring the legendary Billy Ocean. Beverly Knight, Mervyn Wilkinson, R&B icons Brandy and Monica. Online tickets available at stluciajazzandartsfestival.com.
Earlier, you see this Lord Kitchener legacy? Get your tickets now.
On Saturday, April 18th, which is the 104th birthday of Lord Kitchener, come be a part of the Lord Kitchener legacy at Napa. A musical extravaganza celebrating the works of this grand master with proteges like Chuck Gordon, Terry Lyons, Gypsy, Pink Panther, Anselm Douglas, Young Brother, College Boy Jesse, and a chip off the old block himself, Colonel Roberts. Special guest appearances by the Lydian Singers and Super Podman Dane Gulston.
Backing band, the renowned Vince Rivers and the Soca Unit.
MC Alan the Entertainer. One show only. Saturday, April 18th. Napa. Showtime 6 p.m. Tickets $300 and $250. With a limited amount of early bird tickets now on sale at $15 less. When it done, it done.
Available at islandetickets.com. Crosby's, Gag Electrical, opposite Starlight, Diego Martin Main Road, Jumbo Foods Barataria, All Kenny Sports, Western Union, Tuna Puna, All Extra Foods, Supermarket, Athletes by the Park, Palini Drugs, San Fernando. For more info, call 491-1802. The Lord Kitchener's Legacy.
Josie, I didn't warn you.
Lent is here, and the castle is making fasting easy and tasty. With a fresh catch, seasoned local style, and cooked to golden perfection. Try the fish meal, the fish combo, the fish sandwich combo. Want more fish? Well, the Royal Fish Meal is for you. Or maybe you just want our famous fish sandwich. The delicious Lenten specials are hot and waiting for you at your nearest royal castle.
Welcome to Antigua Mars. Them people have no behavior, they have no behavior. Welcome to Antigua Mars. Clear out how you know it's danger, how you know it's danger. When it comes to Mars, in my dad layer.
Ostomy care is a unique and intimate condition that can seem challenging for individuals afflicted by it. At Better Life Ostomy Care, they understand and offer a wide range of products and services that will allow ostomates to lead a better life. From colostomy and urostomy pouches, paste and powders, antibacterial wipes, Brava strips, deodorants, gloves, gauze, bed liners, and much, much more. They also have RN care available for ostomy home care with affordable starter packages. No need to look for nurse or supply. Everything is just a phone call away. Better Life Ostomy Care is located at number 4 Mosque Street, Caroni. You can call them at 308-6709 or 472-5878 or visit their website at www.betterlifeostomycareTT.com to find out more about their offerings. You can also write to them at betterlifeostomycareTT@gmail.com or find them on Facebook. Better Life Ostomy Care, servicing ostomates with a better quality of life.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Are you living with pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes?
Manage it with the unique Jameson 100% complete multivitamin with 400 micrograms of chromium to lower blood glucose, lutein for your eyes, B vitamins for energy, vitamin C and lycopene for antioxidant support. Take a step towards a healthier tomorrow and make the proactive switch to Jameson today.
Master Ganesh Bhargav offers powerful guidance for all kinds of life problems, doubts, confusion, protection needs, and clarity. His astrology practice comes from a powerful ancestral tribal lineage with over 500 years of astrological and spiritual practice. Bhargavji does not dominate or pressure clients. Instead, he focuses on fixing problems with care and balance. His reunion love spells and death reversal spells are designed to restore harmony and provide lifetime protection. This is not individual effort alone, but collective spiritual power working for you. Many clients notice strong positive changes within a few sessions. Call +1 868 347 2350.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Lisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Lisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Lisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Lisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
Introducing the new Sun Mix Nut Bar. Available in 3 delicious flavors: granola raisin nut, almond cranberry crunch, and coconut almond crisp. All packed on a rich bed of dark chocolate.
Taste the good life, snack right. Taste the good life anytime. The good life. Sun Mix.
Sunshine Snacks Sun Mix Nut Bar. Taste the good life.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb bagging, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson provide consultation services in areas of diabetes detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Twin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
All right, so we're back on Breaking Dawn this morning. We got Eden Heights with us. So we're going to bring them in one time. Good morning, fellas. What's going on?
Yeah, man, we're good. So this morning, as we were saying, we're talking about somebody continuing on the services. We want to talk about the oxidative therapies, excluding, of course, oxidative. That means using the use of oxygen in the therapies, increasing oxygen content to the tissue and to the blood. I want to start with the PC therapy, which is phosphatidylcholine, which we're using for to clean the arteries. The good news is that we have upped the concentration of the PC from 2 cc's to 6, so it's like almost triple. So patients supposed to get faster detoxification. And one of the things I want to start doing is to speed up the process by using nattokinase. I don't know if you know about nattokinase.
No.
All right. It's the Japanese use that. It is a very powerful supplement of course, that also cleans the arteries. A lot of doctors are using it now in their personal practice. They're putting them on a few thousand milligrams in combination with artery cleanse, and that plus, of course, I have the NAD here, so I could show you all the NAD. Of course, this is also used for erectile dysfunction. Oh gosh, I ain't turning it properly, right?
Yeah.
This is also used for erectile dysfunction. So that's one of the things I want to use, because the PC has the ability also to clean plaque, cerebral plaque. It also helps with liver damage, liver problems. So you get, not only do you get a good quality arterial cleanser, but when you combine it with nattokinase and NAD, the results should be fantastic. So as I said, I just made a connection for somebody to supply me with the nattokinase. I already have a supply of the NAD. So the idea is to people who have blocked arteries, instead of course, having to go and do open heart surgery, depends on the blockages. Of course, when they get the angiogram, they will be able to know whether they have a 85, 90%, or even 100% blockage. Then what we will do, with the increased concentration of the PC, proper diet, of course, we're on a pure vegan diet, so that is also going to help. We also have used something called Cardio for Life, which is 5,000 milligrams of L-arginine. I have some L-arginine here, as I will just show you, for those who want to see what the L-arginine looks like, you know. But the one we will be using is this one here, which is the Cardio for Life.
For Life,
Which has
okay.
yes, that Cardio for Life is a fantastic product. We've been using that for quite a while. That has 5,000 milligrams of L-arginine. L-arginine, as you know, produces nitric oxide, which increases blood flow throughout the body. So when we do the PC with a vegan diet, nattokinase and NAD, we should get some very, very, very good results. Very good results. And so that is something that we're going to be offering. We already had the PC. We already increased the concentration of the PC from 2 cc's to 6 cc's. So that's triple the amount of PC, that phosphatidylcholine, that will be going into the system. That alone with a proper diet, and of course we will be using the Cardio for Life, and the other stuff should be a bomb in terms of cleaning the arteries and getting blood flow. And I think it will also work pretty good for those who have erectile dysfunction, you know, because the NAD cleans the plaque in the small capillaries, and nattokinase does the same, but even more effectively, right? Then going on to the other, to oxidative now, PC is not an oxidative therapy. I want to make that clear. Oxidative therapies include ozone, hydrogen peroxide, ozonated saline, and then we have the hyperbaric oxygen with ozone, right? So going to the natural IV, which is the ozone. Ozone is a fantastic therapy. It's very good. It works very good in adjunct to with the PC. So that's another plus for those, again, with blocked arteries, circulation, neuropathy, poor circulation. All right? That would work fantastic. And another thing that we have in our arsenal is the Soaky bed, which is a thermal heat bed that has been used for many years to help blood flow in the legs, especially when the legs, you have legs are turning dark, poor circulation. You can put the patient in the Soaky bed as well, and they will also get very good results. Like for instance, if we do an IV and the person blood is not flowing properly, the IV stops, you can put them in the Soaky bed for about half an hour, bring them back, connect the IV, and the blood will flow freely. Now, the ozone is one of the few therapies that it has many results. One of the things is it stops bleeding. It stops the bleeding behind the eyes. It stops bleeding any part of the body. As a matter of fact, in Russia, they use the ozone to stop bleeding from bullet wounds. That's to tell you how effective it is. It also stops arrhythmia. It's the only treatment that we know of that can reverse autoimmune diseases like RA, lupus, psoriasis, and all the rest. That's the only treatment that we know of. And we've been using that many years. It also has the ability to increase it stops increase oxygen to the brain, but it also stops strokes and heart attacks. It does not allow the blood to clot. That's one of the purposes, and there's about 120 different benefits from using direct ozone therapy. So we just want to let you know that. And that is something that we can use. For instance, with RA or autoimmune diseases, we use a combination of the saline. Now, the saline is more for inflammation in the body. And you know that is a general, that's across the board. Eating the food that we eat today generally causes inflammation and pain. And the ozonated saline has the ability to remove all the inflammation and therefore reduce the amount of pain in the body, especially in the joints or anywhere there's infection or inflammation. The ozone, we alternate the ozone with the ozonated saline. We also alternate the PC with the ozone. So ozone works as a you call it adjunct therapy. You can use it with hydrogen peroxide. Now, hydrogen peroxide is another thing that we use to help with renal failure. We help with sepsis, helps with infection, bacteria, virus, because ozone destroys viruses, bacteria, and fungus in the blood. So, and even if you have a fungal infection, if you have a bacterial infection, you have a viral infection, you can combine hydrogen peroxide and ozone therapy together, right? And of course, we put the patient on proper supplementation, proper diet, and then you have the therapies or the treatments that we use, which is very effective in combination with. It's always very important to eat properly when you're putting them on the therapy. It's always important. It's just not a matter of, yes, some people get results from the therapy, from using therapies, because they're so powerful. They are also very, very powerful detox. This ozone stimulates the lymphatic system. It helps to move toxins out of the body very effectively. All right. So I'm going to bring in Dr. Thompson to talk a little bit.
All right.
He could probably go into the other.
He has about 5 minutes. Yeah, Doc.
Well, right. So I give him same 2 minutes less.
Yeah.
Take away that time.
Yeah, Dr. Thompson.
I have plenty more to say now.
Morning. Yes, definitely no. You're like a library. But of course, just to continue, we know that, one thing I want to say is, the body already know how to heal itself. That's number one. So just one person to actually know that. And what we try to do at the clinic, we try to support that healing with the right tools. Of course, we do try to do it at the right time and work it in the right balance as well. So most of the treatments that is actually done, right, which a lot of them actually surrounding oxygen. So Dr. Navarro would have talked about ozone. He would have basically talked about the hydrogen peroxide therapy, even the soaky bed therapy, which increases blood flow, of course, going to increase oxygen to the tissue on them as well. Oxygen bath, all that actually works that way as well. When you do the PC, when you improve the blood flow, it's also improving oxygen to the tissue. So in other words, it comes back to tell us that what we would have learned from since back then when we were younger, that oxygen is life. Of course, I still young, but oxygen is life, and the body actually uses it to determine your overall health. So some person might be feeling very tired, they might have digestive issues, they might have gas, bloating, they might basically be having pain overall in the body. So when we use these supportive therapies, most persons tend to come in and they think that it's a one-track, fast track, and they do one treatment and they're supposed to feel really good after that. Some persons do. Some persons will have to take more treatment than the other. But what I tell persons, when it comes to natural treatment, you need to give it time. Once you give it the time that it needs with diet, with the changes that you're actually doing, you will see results. The only people that really don't see results is actually who don't put in the effort into make the change in the first place. From the time actually person make a change, just say improve on more water that they're drinking, they want to see a difference in the body. So you give it time. This is why when persons come in, we of course do the first thing is consultation. And when we do the consultation, inclusive of the live blood, we have that full conversation that we could actually talk with you and share so much information that persons can actually do, and they will learn a lot during the consultation as well. Of course, you try to do it within half an hour timing. So you do the live blood test, you do that consultation within the half an hour timing. Of course, yes, there are persons who will love to talk and go on for 2-3 hours. We would love to allow that, but we can't, because there are other persons who will be waiting as well. So you always have to give, other persons a little time to have that conversation as well, because everybody looking for health, and health is available for everybody. All right, and that's the thing about it. Anybody that comes in, we're here to help you. We're here to basically work with you where you at. All right, so you have to take it take your time. You don't want to rush into anything. You get information, you start making those changes slowly. You start working at, of course, the first thing that you do is cleansing of the tissue. You look at cleansing of the colon, because when you clean out the colon, right, you give the liver an advantage now of cleansing. And then you look at the kidneys, you give it another advantage at cleansing. Just a little side note, for persons that, they would have had, let's say, stage 4 kidney disease, you don't want to wait till stage 5 and then you start working. You want to look at it early, do the preventative work, and that's better to do because a lot of persons are actually losing their life because of kidney issues at the present moment. So you want to start early, deal with these things early so that you don't have to wait too long. All right. So most persons actually, when they come to the clinic, sometimes, they come in because they have issues already. But we want persons to actually come in so that they could actually work on taking care of themselves. I do have a lot of patients that come in who will do more, let's say, supportive therapies to what they're already doing already.
Right.
Especially like ozone therapy. Also, of course, they use certain natural supplements just to help themselves to kind of boost up themselves a bit. So that the main thing is persons want energy. Persons know that they want help. And that's what we're here for. We're here to answer as much questions as possible as we can. Some questions we may not be able to answer, but research is always there, so answers will come eventually in any case. Just want to share the number so the persons can actually get us on WhatsApp as well. I know we have the numbers on the screen there.
Yeah.
And that is 493-9196, 493-9196. Just a little thought again. Of course, the body already know how to heal itself. The simple thing is, of course, we're using supportive therapies at the right time, the right tools to actually help you and to give you that right.
I just want to add something. Also, for athletes, it enhances their ability, their performance abilities. These oxidative therapies increase oxygen content, endurance. So those who are interested, those are athletes who are out there and they want to make serious gains.
All right.
This is the place you need to come, because we have worked with a lot of athletes just over a period of time, and a lot of them have experienced great improvement in their ability, because of course increasing oxygen to the blood, you have more endurance. If you're a sprinter, you could harder, faster, for longer periods of time. And any type of sports, it doesn't matter. Once you're playing a sport, basketball, cricket, I want to encourage athletes to come in and see the difference. The performance is big. It's a big difference. And I'll give you a quick example very fast. I remember one of the Japanese team one time, they were all doing ozone therapy. And you know that they couldn't be that team for 3 years running straight. These are little Japanese. And because they were so fit, this team was unbeatable for years and years. And that is just to tell you, and we have worked with athletes before. Remember one particular little girl, she broke the national record, only doing 2 weeks or I think 3 weeks of ozone therapy. So I want to encourage the athletes as well. It's not just for people who are sick, but also for athletic performance. Okay?
All right, fellas. Well, thanks a lot. And we're going to see you next week. No, next week is holiday.
Yes, I
Next
believe
month is
it
holiday.
is.
Yeah. But all right, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. And we'll talk to you guys soon.
All right,
All right,
God
All right.
bless.
That is Dr. Navarro and Dr. Thompson. Call my uncle now.
Send the number for me, please.
All right, I'll send it to you.
Just WhatsApp it to me, please.
All right,
I'll
cool.
call
No
him.
problem.
All right.
Yeah, man. All right, so people, we take the final break. When we come back, we got some birthdays. Stay tuned. We'll be back after this.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson provide consultation services in areas of diabetes detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Twin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
This year, we gather again for Jazz in Red. One stage, one unforgettable night on April 5th at the Cipriani College in Valsaine, featuring sax appeal from Detroit, international jazz vocalist Ashley Pizzotti, Juné, Devon Stewart, Natasha Joseph, Johan Chakari, Dane Galston, Chrison Joseph, the I Am Jazz Orchestra, and the powerful sound of Freetown Collective. Because at the I Am Jazz Festival, music is not just entertainment. It is our love language. It's a love affair.
Let's get it started. I say, whoa, yo.
Now, due to phenomenal public demand, Scandal in Cedros now comes to Cipriani College for 2 nights only. Saturday the 28th of March at 8:30 p.m. and Sunday the 29th at 6:30 p.m. This is theater at its finest and funniest. Don't miss it. Box office opens at Cipriani College on Monday the 23rd of March, 12 noon to 6 p.m. daily. Tickets available now at usual outlets and online. Scandal in Cedros, Cipriani College, we come in.
Scandal in Cedros.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
Master Ganesh Bhargav offers powerful guidance for all kinds of life problems, doubts, confusion, protection needs, and clarity. His astrology practice comes from a powerful ancestral tribal lineage with over 500 years of astrological and spiritual practice. Bhargavji does not dominate or pressure clients. Instead, he focuses on fixing problems with care and balance. His reunion love spells and death reversal spells are designed to restore harmony and provide lifetime protection. This is not individual effort alone, but collective spiritual power working for you. Many clients notice strong positive changes within a few sessions. Call +1 868 347 2350.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supplier of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsane, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed, fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, we can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secured parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet, located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
Greetings to you all in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior, the sweet rose of Sharon and the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus. I am Ezekiel Johnson Fort, and I am pleasured to inform you of the newest branch of the Christian Union Church, Trinidad and Grenada District, San Juan Revival Ministries. If you are desiring prayer, healing, or that closer connection to the Heavenly Father, then the place to be is at San Juan Revival Ministries. And allow me to ask you one question. Are you living a life without Jesus Christ? Do you desire freedom from spiritual bondage? Then the only solution to your problem is Him. In the book of Matthew, chapter 11 and verses 28, it says, Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. And this is mostly speaking to those of you who are Christians and you might not have a place to fellowship. Come, fellowship with us at the Christian Union Church San Juan Revival Ministries. Come, be edified and equipped by the word of God preached by the man of God, Senior Reverend Bishop Dave Donation. You will be empowered by the move of the Holy Spirit of the living God. Come and be comforted. If you desire to be an environment that shows compassion and care for your spiritual needs, growth, and development, then fellowship with us at number 1 Bagatelle Corner, Saddle Road, every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I look forward to seeing you there, and God bless you all, and may the peace of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, be with you now and always. God bless you all.
All right, people, so we're back. We got some birthdays. Now, we're going to get to those birthdays. I really didn't get to the Kirk Franklin thing, but we'll deal with that tomorrow. There's always tomorrow. There's always tomorrow. All right, so, wishing Ramdeo Balgobin a very happy 71st birthday today from his daughter Christy and wife Jean. We have been avid viewers of the show for years now. He does not miss a show. Wishing him all the happiness in the world. So, Ramdeo, happy birthday to you, my brother. And yeah, man, hopefully I'll see you on the 26th of April, man. Also, good morning, Stefan and crew. Happy birthday to Janice Ayong Bisessa of Queens, New York. Her birthday is today. From mom and dad, sisters Janicia and Janita, niece and goddaughter Amrita, and nephew Lucky, the human dog. Happy birthday. We love you. Have an awesome birthday. All right, nice, man. Happy birthday to you in New York. We headed there later this year. Hi, my grandmother's 80th birthday is today. Well, she celebrated it yesterday, actually, Sunday, the 22nd of March. And wishing a happy 80th birthday to Mona. Cheers to 8 decades of wonderful memories. We love and appreciate you very much. From your loving husband, Harry, your son, Mickey, your daughter-in-law, Alicia, and your grandchildren, Ashley, Alicia, and Harrison. All right, so happy belated birthday to you on your 80th. Also, we want to wish, mom and dad, Shamila Bola and Sam Bola, a happy 35th wedding anniversary and many more wonderful years to come. It seems like it was just yesterday for them. Enjoy your special day today with love from your 2 children, Shane and Samantha Bola, and have a wonderful day. Nice, man. You all enjoyed, man. 35 years, man. Also, congratulations on being number 1. We never miss a show. Well, thank you so much. We want to send birthday greetings to Kim Suku Munisa, all the way in New York. She's celebrating her birthday today, and we wanted to know that we love her. From her family in Trinidad, the Bagwandines and Sukus, including her mom, Rita, and dad, Moses, who is in Trinidad, her husband, Danny, her siblings, Kevin and Karine, not forgetting her sister-in-law, Nirmala, and her niece, Layla, and nephew, Lucas. All right, so happy birthday greetings going on to Kim Suku Munisa in New York. We are real viewers in New York, you know. Also, good morning, STV family. Wishing you guys a happy Friday. All right, so this was sent on Friday. I want to wish our brother Anil Bagwandine a happy birthday. He will be celebrating it on the 21st of March. He's a 1 in a million kind of brother, one who goes above and beyond to help someone. We love you. From your mom, Rajdei, big brother Derek, sisters Annalise and Camille, sister-in-law Pearl, brothers-in-law Dinesh and Neil, and all your nieces and nephews, including Mia and Austin. Happy belated birthday to you, man. And we got 2 more. Sending birthday greetings to this very special lady, Miss Kirshma Sinanan, right? From her 8 children, many grandchildren, daughter-in-laws, son-in-laws, and very close friends and neighbors. Very close friend and neighbor, Miss Kani, and her nurse, Mandy. She's a huge fan of Stefan, watches the show every morning, even repeats, and she is 93 years strong today. My lady, good morning to you. Happy birthday to you. Do enjoy your day. I hope everybody comes and enjoys it with you. And, hope you had a good one. That was, she celebrated it when? I think on Friday. She would have celebrated it on Friday. All right. Happy belated to you. And finally, somebody said it seems like it had a mix-up on the show. All right, no problem. Happy birthday going on to Aunt Sintra Gobin Narayan Singh. Her birthday was the 21st of the 3rd. All right, happy birthday to one of the most beautiful and strongest women we know. Your role as a daughter, mother, sister, niece, and great aunt means so much to all of us. With so much love from your sons, Niru and Ryan, your mom, Molly, your sister, Neela, your brother-in-law, Marlon, your 2 nieces in Florida, and Robert, and a special shout-out from your great niece, Aria. My aunt and grandma always start their day with Breaking Dawn. They are true fans. We love you, Stefan. Wishing you a day full of love, laughter, and everything you deserve. We love you, Auntie. All right, so happy birthday going out to Sintra Gobin Narayan Singh. All right, boom. So that's it. I didn't get to the Kirk Franklin stuff, but we could get to that tomorrow, if anything. In terms of entertainment, there was a shoplifting issue took place in California on Sunday. We want to look at that as well tomorrow. We'll see if we can find time based on whatever pops up today. But until tomorrow, people, do not forget Stefan Run registration is on. Go to trinbagoevents.com and register online, or you can go to Sports and Games nationwide. And if you want to pay cash, you could pay it there. They will give you a ticket. I'll call it a ticket because everybody seems to be calling it a ticket. On that ticket is a code. So you'll see PRWZHYZZPQ. Right. That's the promo code. That is the code. Follow the instructions, and that is the code that you're putting in when you go online. And you just follow the information, and that's it. It's very simple. You need more assistance, 345-3380 or 482-5531 are the 2 numbers you can call, and you'll get that assistance. All right? Until tomorrow, have a great day. Enjoy your day. And we'll have a pretty busy week. I have a feeling. All right? Later.